Right then, here we are, Brakencor, obviously. I've made some work, some progress. It's a little, perhaps not quite so obvious. From this angle, it is sort of largely done. Obviously started working a little more on the floor plan down here, but yeah, the decorative work is pretty much done on this whole section. So from this side, it looks doesn't look too bad. I need to well, there is a, what am I looking for? Grey wool. No, that's clay. I can never decide if it should be light or dark. Yeah, I've actually switched my attention. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, most of the decorative work has been done from this angle. I need to do stuff like that basically on top of some of the spikes and towers that have been added. There was a lot of headache involved in doing this. All the questions about how best to incorporate certain aspects and so on. It's not a fun experience, really, when you get down to it. You know, has to be done. There's a lot of tweaking and fiddling goes into these things, while you try and you know, really try and figure out exactly what you want. So yeah, after completing all that, I'll start to move on to this. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm not happy with this so far. It's been a few bits and pieces that have come out really nicely. I kind of hit on this. Actually, this one was the first one. I really like this window design. It needs space to work. If it's a bit too cramped or there's a corner like there is here, kind of squashes it in a little too much. But the problem I've got here is that I'm doing all this glass roof and stuff, and I mean under here there's no light coming down. It's completely redundant. So I'm not quite sure what it's going to take to really dress this up to make it look nicer. But, you know, it's the way that it goes. I mean, it's going to be pretty standard stuff as I do elsewhere, but it's just a question of what's really going to work and what's not. Yeah, so I'll have to take a look at how this works out. Keep an eye on it. Actually, It's not too bad. It's very difficult to get a good angle on it now, because so much else is done, you know. I think I may have taken it for granted that this would be more straightforward, and just didn't bother finishing it before working on the outer region, which is, you know, apart from anything else, I needed a floor plan for the whole building, so, you know, but probably better to have worked from the inside out. But, yeah. This doesn't come out too bad. I feel like this should be there, though. Yeah, much better. What I'm also going to do here is, looking at that, I feel like this is going to be solid and covered with, you know, like there. Although actually, yeah, this is actually the correct placing, so it's not too bad. I'm not happy with the dome at the top, it's a little flat. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be able to do about it. It's like I'm fighting a no-win situation. I can build the roof into a dome, and then build this curved side, and then build the dome to match the curve, but now the curve is not enough. And when I extend the curve, extend the dome rather, I build up this curve again, and I don't know, it's just like I can't escape it. Having said that, it looks like I've just solved the problem, so there you go. That's better. Slightly better. It's definitely what was missing. It didn't curve upwards enough. But yeah, not much else progress made, unfortunately. Once I've done with the core here, I will continue dressing up the walkways in this quarter and move around as such, decide whether I'm going to extend these platforms across, which is in a bit of a question mark at the moment. The building doesn't need them, I feel, to be functional. It may be supportive, I don't know. It doesn't seem much point doing duplicates either side. It did occur to me to do buildings at either end, but you know, it's a bit up in the air, so yeah, for now it's not something I need to worry about. But time for me to say adieu for cutting off YouTube later. I post reviews of each session's work, so you know, this is like covering the last 3 to 4 days of work, and it goes on a channel on YouTube. Search for Edorahn, the name of the empire. Also a link down below to videos for existing work. A couple of projects in the last year or two that aren't up there, but everything else from the preceding 5 is accounted for. But adieu.